Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. Today we are in the borough of St. Lawrence in Berks County, Pennsylvania, just a few miles east of Reading. And the place we're at is, I'm not quite sure where we're at. It's, well, here's some signs here. Borough of St. Lawrence, archery hunting only, no camping, no fires. So this is a place that is visited, but it's one of those places you could drive by 100 times and not know it was here. We're actually behind a neighborhood. There's an excavator belonging to the borough, presumably, but we're in a wooded area behind a neighborhood in St. Lawrence Borough. And St. Lawrence Borough sits against the south side of some hills just adjacent to Exeter Township, and we're in a hollow in between two hills right at the back of a neighborhood. So you would really never know this is here, but it seems like it's a place people come to, at least to archery hunt. You won't find this on any map, but I was talking to a man who grew up in the area, and he said that as a Boy Scout he used to come and camp up in these woods, and that it used to be an old quarry. And that's one of the things I love about exploring the Reading area, is there are so many places that used to be something and now they're just abandoned, or they're in the woods. Well, here's something. They're in the woods or up in the hills like this. I don't know what this is. Well, it's certainly an old motor with a pipe coming out of it, set up on a concrete slab. Okay, well, this is our first interesting find. Interesting. So there's a trail that goes up here, and then there's a trail that goes back in more. So this is a legitimate place. Looks like it's owned by the borough of St. Lawrence, as indicated by these signs. So let's explore, see what we can find. I'm sure in an area like this around Reading we're going to encounter some old ruins, especially if this was indeed a quarry. So you won't find this area on any map, and you won't find any trails, so we'll provide a track for you, and that'll be posted at our website, hemlockstateexplorer.com. And you can also join us on all our adventures there, and check out our other adventures on this YouTube channel as well. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. We've just started the trail, and we've encountered another interesting find just to our right. Looks like it might be a spring house, or actually two of them. Let's go check this out. Yeah, it must have been a spring house. Wonder if there are any bats in here. Can't see any. Very interesting. Yeah, there's some water on the bottom. Let's go check out this other one. The other one has a door on it. And someone stuck a stick through. Oh, I hear water running. There we go. Oh, and there's a pipe. I see water, hear it running. Very interesting. So as we were coming here, something caught my eye down here. Looks like there's a bit of a depression as well. Let's see what it is. A stone structure. Or the remains of a stone structure anyway. See all those stones lined up. Looks like another trail. So the trail did split earlier. This is where the other trail goes. Going off trail a bit now. Okay, this might be what we saw from the spring house. Yeah, up ahead. Looks like a stone-walled pool. Wonder what this would have been. Water's still collecting in it. Bricks. I see water flowing into it. You can hear water flowing out of it. Here it is. Bricks and stones in that rubble. Looks like it flows down that way. Interesting. What was this? Those spring houses and that stone and brick water pool drew us southeast towards the borough of St. Lawrence and came across this. This is interesting. You can hear the traffic. I think St. Lawrence is the direction that the camera is pointing. Looks like an old junk truck or car. Wonder how long this has been here. There's actually another one right up there. Let's take a closer look. I have no idea what kind of car this would have been. The steps of an old house. Another one up on the hill. It's a little stream. It looks like it's seen its share of erosion. Let's cross the stream. Here's some old ruins. What would this have been? Would it have been a residence? Looks to be about the size of a house. Let's go check out that other old junk truck. Oh, look, a chimney. You see that? I didn't even see it until now. Fascinating. Let's take a step back. Make sure I don't trip over any of these rocks. So there you go. A chimney out in the woods. Foundation of an old house. Would that have been a dam? We'll check that out later. Let's go see this old junk car. Car, truck, it's hard to tell. I guess a car, because that would have been the roof. Wow, wonder how long this has been here. And I thought I caught the remains of other stairs over here. Yeah, you see that? Those would have been steps, I believe. Yeah, very clearly steps. The bolts coming out of the concrete. Wow. I never knew this was even here. I can see some buildings up ahead, so it looks like we might run out of room to explore and have to head back, but for the time being, let's check this out. Okay, approaching the dam. Presumably a dam. Okay, yes, there's a house right there, a white house, so this is as far as we're going to get, it looks like. More debris. Oh, I thought something jumped in here, but maybe it was just the water flowing. Very cool. Okay, I was expecting ruins, but not quite like this. There's a pipe running across the stream. Oh no, that's not a pipe, that's just a log. It looked like a pipe from the distance. Let's get a view of the structure, presumably the dam from up here. Yeah, there it is. Could even hop across that if you really wanted to. Some pretty thick greenbrier. So I think we'll turn back around. Maybe I'll get some photos of this. So if you just hang tight, I'm going to get some photos of this very strange area, then we'll reconvene. All right, we are a little bit north now of the abandoned house and dam and the old junk cars, and climbing up over a little berm. And I wanted to turn this on because it looks like we found the quarry. Let's take a closer look. Some old stone structure there. The obvious exposed rock. Very cool. I was not expecting to find something this cool. Let's go take a look at this old structure. Wonder what this was. Excited to see the inside. Okay, goes all the way through. Some type of metal equipment. A cage. It looks like a sieve. Was this perhaps a sieve for separating rock? That's my ignorant guess. But maybe one of our viewers knows more about quarrying than I do, and can leave a comment and fill us in on what exactly this would have been in the woods just outside of St. Lawrence. Here's a log bolted to a concrete foundation. Here it is, back around to the other side. Let's take a look at that exposed rock face up ahead. Looks like the trail continues up the hill that way. This place is, well, there's more trails down there. This place has been crisscrossed with so many trails. Look at that. Steep up that way. Let's see if we can get close to that exposed rock face without me tripping or getting tangled up in greenbrier. So, as you may have noticed, it has been a very humid, overcast, foggy fall day, and now it's raining. But I'm thankful for the coolness of the rain. But it also means we won't be climbing up on those exposed and certainly slippery rocks. Wow. Very cool. Wonder what it looks like up this way. Maybe we can make our way up here a little bit. a little tricky going. Lots of loose rock, but seems to be manageable. But I think I will pause this for now and then bring you back in at a safe spot. Well, we made it. We are near the very top of the quarry, at least the exposed rock portion. It's a very foggy day. I actually know exactly where we are because from the bottom of the hill there's a large exposed rock escarpment area right on the side of the hill. So it's cool to finally be up here. I'm really thankful for the safe travels. So this is what the quarry looks like, but I would not recommend coming up this rock scramble. If you actually skirt around it through the woods where the camera's pointing, it's much more manageable that way. The rocks are smaller and more embedded. These are all fairly loose. But if you look ahead, and you really can't see a whole lot on account of the fog, but that hill directly ahead, I believe, is Never Sink Mountain. And then that little round head to the right is Mount Penn. So that space in between Mount Penn and Never Sink Mountain would be Perkiomen Avenue, which heads right into the city of Reading. So the city of Reading is just out of sight beyond that gap between Never Sink Mountain and Mount Penn. And as you can probably see on the screen, the fruit flies are loving this weather too. Thankful they're not mosquitoes. But here's a foggy view of Never Sink Mountain, Mount Penn, southern Exeter Township, and St. Lawrence, and that's probably Mount Penn Borough with all the buildings, which again you probably can't see because of the fog. Well, I plan on sitting here enjoying the peaceful view for a moment, and then I think we still have a little bit more quarry to climb up, but it's covered with trees. The foliage would block the view, so I just wanted to pause and get a view from here. We're uphill of the exposed rock face of the quarry, and as you can see, we're on a ridge of Schwarzwald Hill. It's steep declines or inclines depending on your perspective, but steep terrain like cliffs on either side of us. And as you might have seen, there's some ribbons. See, there's a ribbon. There's been some pink and orange ribbons that someone has put here to perhaps mark the trail, but you can see we're on something of a trail. Here's another exposed rock area, much smaller one than before. I'm really enjoying this. This is I like it because of the surprise factor. I mean, we're in suburban St. Lawrence, and whoever knew this was here. Actually, there's a big power line tower right here, and there's a trail running along this ridge. Oh yeah, here's the tower. But anyway, I love this because of the surprise factor. I would not have thought that this was here. I also like it because of the ruins, the rocky terrain. It just feels very secluded, even though we're surrounded by suburban territory. Looks like this spine keeps going, but the trail fizzles out. Looks like there's a trail going down that way, but let's take this trail down along here. I'm not going to. If it wasn't rainy, I would climb on top of those, but I'd rather live to hike another day. There's an exposed rock area, but let's go down here. I know this is a large area, and there is much more to see, I'm sure. So let's head in this direction, coming off of the ridge, and into the woods. Not a discernible trail, but this place has been so crisscrossed with trails, I'm sure we'll run into something sooner or later. And if not, you can see it's pretty open in most spots, so it won't be any trouble at all just to walk through the woods. Alright, so it's only been a minute since we last spoke. There's where we came from, that rocky ridge on Schwarzwald Hill, and in less than a minute we encountered another trail. The rain's picking up, so let's head on this trail. It's flat now, north on Schwarzwald Hill, and see what awaits us in the woods. We just came down from the top of Schwarzwald Hill and are heading back towards the middle of the hollow. But then we found this. It looks like an old bottle dump. I know it's a popular thing around here to look for old bottles, and here's some interesting ones. This one has a purple tint to it. It's certainly old because it would have taken a cork. Unfortunately, it's pretty well damaged. Here's a piece of a plate. So it looks like someone has been here before collecting bottles. Again, a popular hobby in this area, interestingly, I guess on account of just all the old places hidden in the woods. Here's something, a crock. Interesting. But here it is. So if you come here, maybe you'll find some intact old bottles to add to your collection if you're into that sort of thing. Not really my thing. I have enough junk that I try to get rid of, but I try to run lean. But we're back on the trail, and it's just a beautiful fall day. The leaves are starting to change and they're falling. Not a very large area, but there are just so many trails crisscrossing, and because we're in a hollow between several hills, there are just a lot of different areas to explore. I know we crossed a stream on our way over to the east side of this area, and interested to see what that stream looks like if we encounter it again. And I know there's a hill up to the west, so we'll make our way west across the low-lying area and back up the hill. So stay tuned, a lot more yet to see. After exploring the quarry on Schwarzwald Hill to the east, we came back down to the hollow and then went back up a hill called Golden Hill, Guldin Hill, to the east, and we are about to be rewarded with some scenic views. Although, maybe not, on account of the foliage and also the fog. So that's Exeter Township down there. Can't see too much of it. Looks like there was another rock outcropping this way. Let's see if we can get a better view. So we did head north on Golden Hill at first, but encountered some private property. I had to turn back. Some more rock outcroppings, but blocked by the foliage. Looks like kids come up here to play. Well, that's fun. Maybe there's something down this way. Yeah, we're on the edge of a cliff right now. You can hear, I guess there's a firehouse alarm going off somewhere in Exeter. Here's some more rocks up ahead. Maybe we can get a better view here. Well, that's interesting. See that? Whoa! See that big rock sticking out there, that ledge? Well, I think we'll save that for another day on account of the rocks being slippy, as you just saw. Yeah, there's Exeter. I'm hoping we can get a good view. Okay, this would be a good view if it weren't for the foliage. Maybe we just need to come back here in the winter time which is really only a few months off. Yeah, there's a little bit of a window. Looks like a school down there. Is that Exeter Junior High or high school maybe? Can't quite tell on account of the foliage. But what a pleasant day. It's been a bit rainy, foggy almost all day, but rainy at times, but just very pleasant. Loving the fallen leaves. I like those rock outcroppings too. I'm following a little bit of a trail on this ledge. Up there's a little bit higher ground on the rim, but there's a trail here. There's probably a trail for a reason, and I'm hoping that reason is a nice scenic view. Here's some rocks right here. Maybe this will give us something. Let's see. Yeah, this would actually be a pretty good view, again, if it weren't for the foliage. You can hear the sound of life going on down below. Maybe we can get on top of these rocks, of course being careful on account of the wetness. A little bit better, but not great. Let's navigate carefully around here, checking out for any of our serpentine friends. Although, I don't know if they really like this kind of weather. Oh man, this would be a good view. But we have those hickory trees. Looks like they're turned yellow and brown already. Okay, so we'll save this for just come back another day, I guess. I think there's still a lot more to see here, so that would be actually a good thing to come back another day. Let's it looks like the trail descends down the other side of the hill. Being very careful. There's, okay, that blue, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, that blue building right there, that's the middle school, Rifton, through the fog. Yeah, the trail seems to decline once we get off these rocks. Yeah, come back another day in the winter time. Well, there's a little bit of a view of Exeter. Birds are going crazy. Okay, let's carefully navigate this rock ledge, and then well, is there more rocks over there? Let's go see these rocks over here, see if these pay off at all. But as I was saying, this has just been a pleasant time out. I appreciate the coolness of the weather. Can't see much, but I don't know, there's a mystique added by the mist. It's kind of cool to be up on a hilltop and shrouded with mist. Well, this is a significant outcropping. Let's see if we can see anything from up here. Yeah, see that? There's the trail right there. It looks like it goes down the hill. And this rocky ridge is at the very edge. Now, again, it would be a good view, but blocked by foliage. Let's see how far this ridge goes. I'm not too hopeful at this point, but who knows, there might be a significant amount of rocks that would afford us a view. Getting a little bit rougher traveling. Yeah, I see Rifton again. Easily distinguished by that blue roof. Now it looks like it's not happening, and I'm not gonna walk on that just on account of the slickness. We'll come back in the winter, Lord willing, and give it another try. But let's get off these rocks, as fun as they are. Not so fun when they're wet. And we'll hit the trail and head back down Golden Hill and see what else is in that hollow. Okay, we're looking up at that rock outcropping where we just were, and we continued to head west downhill, and the trail you're looking at is where we just came from, and it looped around that rocky ridge area, and now we're on the south side of Golden Hill heading downhill. And I just wanted to point this out to you because I mean, if we need to make a case about coming back at another time for further exploration, I mean, this helps right here. So you can see there are like multiple parallel trails, or it looks like they might have been old roads at one time, following the contour of the hill. So here's another one that heads west a little bit further down the hill, and then that's the trail we just came from the top. Looks like we have all kinds of rocks up there, and so you see that rock outcropping up there. Maybe not, hard to see through the trees, but up along there is where we just were. So all that goes to say, you have multiple options up on this side of the hill. You have multiple options to the east on Schwarzwald Hill and in the hollow below. I mean, you could just go in circles. I hope the track that we're making for you that you can find at hemlockstateexplorer.com is helpful, but there's just so much more than we're going to be able to cover in this trip. So that's an encouragement to get out here and see it for yourself. I can't really see too well, but that's a big rocky cliff that we're looking at through the foliage. So another thing is each season, that's one of the things I love about Pennsylvania, is you do get your 4 distinct seasons, and there's just and the transitions in between, as a matter of fact. But there's just good things about each season. The fall, so many good things about that. It cools down a bit, gets less buggy. Say that as there was a giant horsefly on my arm. And then just the colors, of course, are there. There's someone's tree stand. But the colors, and it's just a nice time of year. But winter is even good as well. I mean, even if you're not a fan of the cold, but you can do things like go up where we just were and have some very nice views where you really can't do that any other time of the year. It's starting to get pretty brushy here. I'm not loving this, but I do have long pants on, so not too concerned about ticks. Haven't seen any yet, but we'll make it through the brush here. Not my favorite part, but yeah, we're on the very edge because I see a house there. But we'll head back towards that hollow. I have a feeling there's probably more to be explored in there. All right, we'll catch you in a few. Stay with us. We've looped around to the south of Golden Hill and are back near where we started. Hey, look at this. There's a old metal pipe running through the ground. But anyway, the spring houses are over there to our left. But as I was walking, I noticed something else here. This place, this just keeps surprising. Let's go check out this. Is it another spring house? It doesn't appear to be a path directly to it. We're gonna crawl underneath some brush. Oh, cool. Yet another one. I can hear the water flowing out of this one. Some masonry work around it and a door. Yeah. Another spring house. Wow, this place is great. I wonder how much more there is to see. Let's turn around and get a nicer shot. Wow, so much to see here. Oh yeah, and that's up Golden Hill. You can see the rocks. Looks like it's pretty steep on this side. Well, let's continue exploring. Well, we are back at what appears to be the main hub of this area near the spring houses. To our left looks to be a spruce stand, and the trail is rocky. It seems to get rockier as you approach the quarry, and that makes sense. But this has been a really interesting adventure. I just love the surprise of it. I didn't even know this was here, and it is loaded with historical ruins and just a nice, pleasant walk. We saw some hills. We hiked up the hill, hiked up the side of the quarry, and we saw some scenic overlooks, which didn't afford much of a view on account of the foliage, and the fog didn't help, but I think during the winter time they would be nice lookouts. So I want to thank you for joining us today. I hope you can get out to this strange and unexpected place right behind St. Lawrence against Schwarzwald Hill and Golden Hill. Please check out our other videos on our YouTube channel and see all of our adventures, both with videos and without videos, at hemlockstateexplorer.com. There's really something there for everyone who just wants to get out. So until next time, take care and hope you can join us at the Hemlock State Explorer next time.